Hello YouTube, Marauders here, and today I have the Razer tactical bag here for a quick look at it. So this is Razer's latest backpack, and the one thing that really attracted me was the fact that it has a lot of pouches that you can see right immediately from the start. But of course, there are, other than the nice little pouches, there are some nice, neat little surprises that this bag offers. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. So first of all, this is a pretty tall bag. It's quite high because of the little nub here. And well, to me it looks like it's a bit more taller than my old crumpler bag. I guess it depends on whether or not that's a concern to you. But the first thing to point out is that the bag stands. So now it's empty right now, but the bag has a natural tendency to stand on its own. So that's always a nice thing. I wonder how is it going to be after I load it up, but at first it stands, so it's great. So at the back you have the usual, you have the padded segments, the straps are slightly padded, and you have your frontal chest strap to help you balance out the load. And then if we look at the sides have this little pouch here, which this pouch is not removable. It's basically just an empty bag inside. I guess you can use it as a water bottle holder, and the same is on the other side. But of course, one of the main thing about the Razer tactical bag is where it gets its name from, which is that the front here is consisting of a, I wonder how they pronounce it, a MOLLE customization panel, MOLLE. So this is what they use on the military bags, the tactical military bags. I think you can't quite see it properly. Let me bring in some light here. Oops. Okay, let me bring in some light so that with some shadowing you can see the thing properly. So you can see that there are little hooks around here, and that's basically a sort of customization system for military bags. So for example, these labels are actually attached by Velcro, so you can throw them away. And for these two front pouches, they actually are linked in via a holding system. So we can see that the pouch is basically just they have a simple holding system, and it's basically just a simple pocket. So this customization is what's the selling point of the tactical bag, which is one of the primary selling point of the tactical bag, because with this system you can essentially buy any more of these MOLLE compatible pouches and bags, and you can add to them. And of course you can also customize whatever kind of feel you want, the configuration depending on what you want. And well, that's where it's got its namesake from, the tactical bag. But of course, one of the things that my father pointed out the moment he saw this was, "Hey son, aren't you just inviting someone to like pickpocket the bag off you easily?" Good point, Dad. Kind of didn't think about that too much because on account of all the nice little pockets, but yes, that is true. Because these pouches, the pouches that came in the bag, these are just simple Velcro pouches. So yeah, if with this hanging on the back, whatever you put in here is actually quite liable to be pickpocketed, so you might want to be careful what you put inside here at the back. The pouch itself, you can't just rip it off. So if someone was pulling on it, you would know that someone is trying to remove it. But other than that, that is I guess that is just of the concern if you're in a packed area. And if from what I saw on the internet is that these two straps here, these also form some sort of attachment system. So if you're into this kind of thing, you probably know that having these two clamps here also allow you to attach something to the side. Now let's start off from the front accessory pocket. So what we can see here is that they have a little foam insert panel here in the front pocket. Let me just tilt the camera down a bit. This is to hold your iPads or your tablets, your additional tablets in addition to your computer, which you're going to hold inside the main bag. Then there is a nice, here they have a little insert for thumb drives. You can see that there's a little USB mark here. They are thumb drive inserts for 2 thumb drives, so you can see that I can put my finger in there. 2 thumb drives. Well, I guess normal person, 2 is more than enough for a normal person. Then here we have a flap. We have one flap that's, well, it's this deep. And then we have a bunch of other smaller flat pockets. So you can see here, these are quite shallow. So it's up to here on my, it's up to this knuckle. These are quite shallow. I guess these are for memory cards or something. And there's still one more deep one here. You have your keyring holder, a web panel, which is again about my finger deep, and a zipper web panel. So that's basically just a flap for whatever small accessories that you want. And then let's move on to the insides. So first, okay, I guess I have to bring this down. First we'll have yes, you can see that there are 2 areas, 2 compartments. The rear compartment is where you stick the notebook in. So it's basically just a large foam padded area for your notebook. I can't recall what the dimension, what's the maximum dimensions was. I think it was was it 17 or 19 inch? Well, to me, I'm just gonna fit in a Surface Pro in here, so it's definitely more than enough for me. But it's definitely made for a large notebook, so it's probably 17 or 19 inch. I can't remember the specs for it right now. It's nicely padded, okay. And then we have, for the secondary compartment, we see our first surprise of the Razer tactical bag. Inside this secondary compartment where you put all your other stuff, Razer was nice enough to give you this. This is basically a headset pouch, they call it. So it's nice. Well, there's some cardboard in there. It keeps a shape, so you can put a headset in here. I don't own any headsets, so I don't know how big, whether this is actually big enough for anything huge or whatnot. Maybe this is a sign from Razer that's telling me to get a Kraken or something. I've been looking at the purple one recently. Okay, so this thing hugs onto the wall of the secondary compartment using the Velcro straps you can see here. And inside the secondary compartment, it's basically your your typical extremely deep, big pocket. It's just a big empty pocket, and there is one interesting thing here is there's a little document flap here. Now the reason I say that this is a document flap is that this thing here is a little cardboard here, which typically I would associate with that someone is expecting you to insert papers into here. So it's a bit, it's just a thin cardboard. It's not extremely rough, but I don't think they are I think it's really expecting to be a document area, but it's basically just, or it could just be a simple divider between, so they can divide up the large compartment. Okay, I'll just stick this back in here. Maybe I might actually use it. Now this top here, this top flap here of the tactical bag serves an interesting purpose. First of all, if you have your zippers here and you cover it down, of course it makes your zippers hard to reach for anyone trying to steal your bag. For anyone trying to like look at the contents of your bag when you're wearing it. And the other thing is that when you close it down, of course the rain is, if you're running through the rain or something, this would cover up the zipper area on the top, so that it's harder for any rain to enter through the zippers and into your whatever you stored in the top. But of course, if you stay here in a tropical country like in Malaysia or something, our rains are like mini typhoons here. It can get very bad. So we move on to the second surprise of the Razer tactical bag, which is that at the bottom of the bag, notice there's a little zipper here. So what is in this zipper? It is essentially a raincoat. It's a raincoat cover. So I'll just get it on. I wish this thing came with instructions. I don't know if I'm doing it properly. So even remember that all these pouches, and especially these top pouches, these are just simple Velcro pouches. So they are quite exposed if there's a storm, you're running through water or something. So with this conveniently located cover, which Razer provided, you can just easily and there you go. The bag is now protected against rain or storm. So now you don't have to worry about your stuff getting wet. You just have to worry about running through the rain with carrying this thing. It's a nice touch, which that's much appreciated. I think I might actually find some use for this eventually if I have to run through the rain. So putting it in and removing it is quite easy. They even have a little clip here so you can take it off to wash or something. Yeah, of course you can just, to keep it, you can just fold it back up. Okay, and there you go. A quick look at the Razer tactical bag. My, God, how many logos were they expecting you to keep on this thing? Okay, this is Marauders. I'll see you all in the next video.